What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a Love and Marriage Huntsville Extra, honey. I'm gonna read the comments, honey, of my last video where we was talking about Melody and Anthony. You know, they are not friends anymore, allegedly. Some of y'all saying they cool. Some of y'all saying that Anthony, I guess, wanted to get close to Melody, and he likes to make it seem like he's closer to her than what he really is. So we just go read the comments, honey, okay? So, child, one of y'all put a long paragraph, honey, okay, in my comment section. But I was here for it because I'm like, give me the tea. I want to sip some tea, honey, okay? So, it says, here is what occurred. Number 1, on premiere, the Love and Marriage Huntsville season trailer that will premiere in September. 2, Anthony, who has a source behind the scenes, alluded to the cast members turning against Keke. Anthony feels strongly about production using Keke as a storyline. 3, Anthony, in one of his YouTube lives, asks his supporters, many who are melometers, if Melody does something wrong, would they hold her accountable? That's exactly what I was wondering about, okay? Because that's where I got confused, guys, because he kept repeating that, but he never would clarify it. I'm like, if you don't just spit it out, you know? Anthony says he is team the show, and everyone deserves to get called out because no one is perfect. Number 4, social media started going crazy because Anthony alluded to Melody going against Keke in some way. He never addressed the reason for his question. That's what I'm talking about. So that led to people speculating. Yes. So 5, fans started contacting Melody. This prompted her to take a couple of screenshots of her DMs of people asking her, did she do something next season that will have her fans side-eyeing her? I don't think it's a next season. It's the continuation of this season. Melody's response was that she had not did anything out of character. She speaks her mind and tells the truth as a friend. Number 6, meanwhile, on the other side of town, fans are jumping into Keke's DMs, asking if she and Mel has a problem with each other. Okay? Next morning, we woke up to Melody reposting an appreciation post about her, Melody, from Keke. Keke says melodyshari is a good friend and an honest one, no matter what. Keke's message confirms that her and Melody are cool. Keke then jumps on Instagram Live and further clears up the rumors. Keke says she has no idea what Anthony is talking about. He might have received some misinformation that caused him to incorrectly assume some things. 7. On his next YouTube Live, Anthony says that Melody and Keke's responses seem like damage control because his source behind the scenes has always gotten it right. 8. In conclusion, melometers continue to drag Anthony, calling him a liar and a clout chaser who used Melody to get on. Fellow content creators who he already had tensions with doubled down on creating content that called Anthony out for being a fraud and fake towards Mel and creating unnecessary drama to divide the fans. Okay. A lot of this is making sense now, guys. Number 9, Anthony was in his feelings and says since the audience believes he is using Melody for clout, he will no longer say her name. He likes Melody and there's no issues between them. 10. Furthermore, Melody, Keke, and Anthony never had any personal back and forth with each other, as well as Dawn, her manager. Those are fabricated stories that came out of the blue. Since then, Anthony has complimented Mel and spoke somewhat fondly still of Mel. He is just keeping his distance because the mellometers are still ready to fight based on that one question that started it all. Would you hold Melody accountable if she did something wrong? Okay, but it's like, you gotta say, see, once you say something like that, you gotta say what she did wrong. And in my opinion, he kept providing cliffhangers, like trying to get people to hang on to that. And, I don't know if he was doing that to, grow his channel, but that's where I got confused. I'm like, why is he never saying, what she did or what happened? Okay, I was confused. Okay, I was like, what is going on? Because I find Anthony to be very intelligent, very entertaining, So I was just like, well, what happened? Okay. Somebody let me know something. So, would you hold Melody accountable if she did something wrong? We don't know what Melody said or did next season. I guess we have to tune in. Lord, that was a mouthful. Anyways, go purchase some 7th Avenue and let Melody live her life. That's funny. Oh, it's just so funny. Not go purchase some 7th Avenue, honey. Look at y'all promoting her stuff. I'm not mad at it, though. I thought it was funny. Okay, so another person says, I like Anthony, but he wants people to think he knows more than he actually does regarding Mel. Mel has not had any personal contact with him, you or me. It's all social media. He alluded to the fact that Mel did something to Keke and Mel popped up in his live and he backpedaled, allegedly, in my opinion. That's another thing, guys. I was looking for the live and I did not find it, on his channel. So y'all got to understand kind of where I'm coming from. Like, I'm confused. Like, I'm not seeing what I need to see. Because once I see certain stuff, it would be like, okay, this is confirmation. And y'all are confirming a lot of things, too, with your comments. And I appreciate it. But y'all have to admit, y'all gotta admit, there was some confusion created on purpose, it looks like. Okay, y'all know I am a good judge of character, but that is just really what it felt like. Okay. Another person says, my thing is, if you were scammed, why go to the bloggers? Go to the police. What are you doing? Calling the police. Remember what they said at house party? Why? You the one making all the noise. What did he say? And I got the wrong number too, baby. How you had a wrong number to 911? That John Witherspoon. Rest his soul, honey. I love John Witherspoon. That's my boy. So another person says Anthony was insinuating that Melody was doing things and he was causing division amongst the mellometers. He's very messy. Okay. Another person says, when? Another person says, I listened to his live and that's not what he said. He just said he knew something that has changed his thoughts about certain things concerning Mel. It's his opinion and his right to have that opinion. Other content creators ran with that and made the situation messy when they went to Mel with it. Okay, I see what you're saying. So another person says Melody's manager Dawn called Anthony and told him to keep Mel's name out of his mouth. Another person says, I concur. Something did happen. He is now saying he's on the side of right. He never spoke like this before. Yeah, I kind of noticed a change with, him and how he addressed Melody. That's how I was like, something must have happened with them, because I know he's a big, supporter of hers, right? So another person says, I think Anthony, Destiny, and Carson are going with the narrative that Mel doesn't show her true colors. Huh? Y'all believe that? Another person says, how the hell would Carson know whether Melody is faking it or not? Another person says, I know, right? She's just clout chasing. Another person says, what true colors can she show? She is the only one on the show who is telling everything. They just mad because she wants nothing to do with any of them. It's all for the show now. Another person says, Carson never said that Mel doesn't show her true colors. I watched Carson's live and all she said was, to her, all the women seemed like they were cool with one another and Mel looked like she was having a good time. She didn't speak ill of Mel. The people in the comments kept trying to get her to say something different, and she stressed to her the energy she felt was that all the females were cool with one another. Another person says, see, when you start digging ditches for someone, make sure you dig one up for yourself. These haters are going to find themselves with lawsuits, knowing they don't have anything, but if they have any money attached to their name, I would put a rock on it. Another person says, rumor, he put out a story about her and asked would mellometers and supporters hold her accountable if she did something and hurt someone's feelings and then started crying like she had done something horrible. Someone tagged Mel and she went in his live and confronted him. And supposedly he said he was just putting out a hypothetical and he was crying about his nephew, not Mel. I don't know for sure. Yeah, I did hear him talk about his nephew. I don't know for sure because I wasn't watching his live. However, she has told him before when he popped in her live asking something crazy not to be getting her in no mess. I always thought he was doing it for clout because he trying to get Mel's manager to manage his singing career. Anything for clout, allegedly, in my opinion. Okay. Another person says, I think he didn't like when Melody posted a preview of the second half of Keke supposedly stealing from the store and them saying allegedly Keke is back on drugs. Soon after Melody posted that, he started saying something about mellometers holding her accountable. Oh, okay. Another person says, Anthony has clips of the show that was already recorded, threatened to expose production. She asked him to not release it. Carlos is trying to keep it under wraps. Another person says, I'm not feeling some of these bloggers. They appear to be snakes. 1 minute they fake like they are cool. Then the shade comes. I agree something happened and I haven't figured it out. Yeah, a lot of people are, kind of getting confused because it's like, what happened? Who said that? Who did that? Who ain't cool no more? Why he ain't saying her name? Like, it was kind of confusing. Another person says, please stop the lies about Anthony if you don't follow him. Anthony is not mad at Mel, and she has never confronted him on live. Anthony and Mel have the it factor, which stimulates haters to want to create division. I follow them both closely. Yes, he did hesitate to mention her name one night, but yet he has mentioned her name since then. He did not divulge what was going on, for which I have much respect. I suspect it was directed more towards production and not Mel. Anthony said he has no issues with Mel. So that's what that person is saying, that there are no issues. Another person says Mel is not messing with Anthony no more. That is why he no longer speaks about her. She put him in with the Scott Snots. Not the Scott Snots, y'all. Y'all coming up, honey, with all types of names for these people, honey. Another person says Anthony and Mel are cool. Anthony is a real mellometer. Nothing changed. Another person says something is not right with Anthony. What did Anthony do? Another person says all he did was ask a question. Another person says, why can't we all get along as people? I know that's right. Okay. Another person says, yes, Anthony has been a great commentator. He never said nothing negative about Mel because I'm subscribed to Anthony and him and Mel are good. He don't like the Scotts, Wanda, or Destiny. Okay. Another person says, Melody just told you what happened. Go back and listen to exactly what she said and asked him. Okay. And some more of y'all said that y'all have unsubscribed, to Anthony. I guess, y'all don't trust him. And another person comments to that and says, I'm about to as well. It's like, child. But that little battle between him and Miss Wanda, honey, I was so tickled. A wop, bop, a loo, bop, a bop, 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 tutti frutti. Funny, honey. Okay. Funny. Yes. Yes, yes. All right, you guys. That is all Honey Miss Robinson got to say about all of that. Honey, get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.